Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have one of the most requested videos to date on my channel, on my streams, in my comments. It is the sideways jump tutorial. This is a new series I'm going to be starting. It's going to be called the Pro Player Tips and Tricks. The secrets that pro players use to get an advantage on other players. And I'm giving you guys all the secrets right now. The first secret I'm giving you guys is the sideways jump, the jump that most pro players do use to get further distances and get there first as well. So in this video, it's going to be an in-depth tutorial on how to do it. And hopefully you guys learn at the end of the video. Make sure you do go try it out after and just master it, because this is what can get you to another level in this game. One of the main things that you guys do have to know about the sideways jump is your angling, right? So as you can see, my joystick at the bottom left of the screen, see how I'm holding it at this angle right now? You will see when I do jump to this platform on this map right now, that you'll see that my angle is going to be around this, and I'm going to hold it, right? One of the main things with the sideways jump is that you have to hold your joystick. If you don't hold it, then your angle is going to get messed up, and when you mess up the angle, your jump is scrapped. And when it's scrapped, it's not good. Alright guys, the next step is the camera angle that you guys want to do hold when you guys do jump off a platform. So basically for this camera angle, I'd say, is that you would want to use the eye, right? If you don't hold your eyeball right here, then it basically messes up your angle and makes you turn left, because that is the way you hold your joystick, obviously, at 10 o'clock. So the eye basically holds your angle and holds your path and keeps you straight. I'll show you guys a bad version of it when I'm not really holding my eye, and a better version when I do hold my eye in these next clips that you guys will see coming up. In this first version, you will see that I'm going to be holding my eye to make sure that my angle stays straight. As you saw right there, my angle was perfect and it stayed straight the whole way through the flight. Alright guys, this next example is going to be what happens when I don't hold the eyeball. As you will see, I do turn off. Well, you'll just see it in this clip. As you see, this elevation is very high as well, so you just gotta be very careful about jumping this platform. So 900, check the angle real quick, and now I'm going to get off my angle. As you can see, my angle, I got turned off of the platform right there, and now I'm going somewhere over here. So this is what happens when you don't hold the eyeball or even hold your screen and aim. You land far left, basically. Alright guys, so getting into this next step, step number 3, it is about the elevation. So elevation is basically, so the lowest point of the map is sea level, right? So when the platforms are around the water, my marker here, 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 that is where the lowest point of platform is. And the lowest point of platform basically means that you can jump further, or you can jump longer distances with the lower sea levels. If platform was to say on this hill, you have to jump closer, because the elevation is going to cut off your jump and just completely ruin it. You guys will see in these next clips coming up that elevation does make a huge factor to your sideways jumping. Alright guys, so we have the first platform over by farm. I can jump this around 1300 because of the elevation. As you can see, the elevation is pretty low. So I just gotta angle it with my eyeball and just hold the angle. Hold my joystick And let's make sure I keep on holding this. We're gonna have to turn in a little bit just to readjust to make sure that we are straight with the platform. And that is a perfect jump. Alright guys, as you can see, this platform is at the highest elevation. This is the highest hill on the map. The hardest jump to say, one of the hardest jumps I'd say to make. The last jump that I did was a 1300 jump over by docks. So this will be a very hard jump. I can't jump this 1300. The jump that I recommend around this is around 800 and 900. We're gonna jump 800, actually like 900 to make sure that we are able to make it. So check the angle, hold the angle. We can use the eyeball to go under as well, just to show the angle. As you can see, we're veering off a little bit to the left. We're just gonna turn our character to the right a little bit, just to make sure that our angle is perfect. And that is a very good platform jump right there. As you guys saw in those two previous clips, one jump was at 1300 meters and the other jump was at 900 meters. And the jumps varied due to the facts of the elevation on the hills, as you guys will see now on the screen. So with those comparisons, just make sure that you read and analyze the elevations through the whole map, just to make sure that you can jump successfully every single time. Just make sure that you know the elevations. Alright guys, now as you guys saw, all those three steps, put them together, now you have the sideways jump. Step number 1, the joystick placement. Step number 2, the eyeball placement. And step number 3, the elevation of the map. A few benefits of the sideways jump is that you can jump first, and because you do jump first, you land first as well. The other benefit is that you jump slower in the sky, and because you're in the sky for a slower period of time, you can stay up there, you can stay up there longer. And as you guys will see in these two side-by-side comparisons with the straight jump, which is just a direct straight jump to the platform, versus a sideways jump, you see that sideways jump is a lot slower than the straight jump. Now you guys will see the comparison of the straight jump versus the sideways jump at the platform over by Outpost. Another effective use of the sideways jump is if you're in a fight and you're in a helicopter and your helicopter does get FHJ'd, you're going to want to jump away from the destination you got FHJ'd from. As I did see that FHJ did come from Black Market, I'm going to leave and look to run as far away as I can from that rocket to make sure that I am safe and that my team is safe. So make sure that your team does practice the sideways jump, as it will help save your life one day. Alright guys, now onto these skills. As you guys saw in those previous clips, I was using the skill Defender, and the skill Defender is not the best class to sideways jump with. Yes, you can sideways jump with it, but it's not the best class that you would want the jump leader to use. As you guys can see, with this Airborne class, the skill Lightweight, right? The reduces speed while using the wingsuit. Basically means that you stay in the sky a lot longer. You're lightweight, right? So now because you can stay in the sky longer, you jump hella farther with this class. And because you jump further, you can make it there a lot faster, as you guys will see in the clips following this. Alright guys, as you guys can see, we have a Outpost platform again. And you guys will see that the Airborne skill with this lightweight perk to it, I can jump this a lot further versus the Defender. The Defender, I jumped 1300, And with this Airborne, I could jump this depending on the flight path around 1900 meters. Alright guys, as you can see, this platform is, I have a good plane path here because there's no hills right here. So I could jump this around maybe 1900, maybe 1900 meters. My apologies. Let's get ready and we'll jump this 1800 meters just to be safe. As you can see, the angle is a bit to the right because I know for a fact that I'll be turning in. So I just put my angle to the right just a little bit because once I do turn in automatically, I'll be directly aligned with my platform and it should be a perfect jump here. There is this hill that I have to look for, and I might hit it. No, I did not hit it. And as you guys can see, with this perk Airborne, or with the Airborne skill, I got on a platform a lot higher. Basically, I landed above the platform, right? Whilst versus the Defender, I landed basically like kind of aligned with the platform and like kind of below it, just a tiny bit. You guys will see in the side by side. Now that you guys have seen the Airborne versus Defender jump, or Airborne versus any other skill, you guys will now see the max distance jumps for each class. Not each class, but the Airborne versus a random skill. Obviously, the Airborne will be a lot further because the max jump of it is because of the lightweight perk. My apologies. Now, with the Defender, we are going to show the max jump of platform. So, obviously, the max jump of Defender or just any other skill is going to be the best at sea level. But we do have one over by pier, and there's not that many hills over there, so this is going to work perfectly fine, as you guys will see in the next clip following. Alright, as you can see, I can probably jump this around 1600 actually, honestly. With Defender, because of the low elevation, I could jump this. I'm not quite sure. I think I'm not going to make it. I'm a bit too far to the left now. Gotta fix the angle. Because I fixed the angle, I probably messed up the jump now. And I am pretty low. So as you guys can see, the max, I jumped at around 1650, right? And I just about made it. And because I just about made it, you can estimate that this jump is around 1550 or 1600 meters. Now onto the Airborne. As you can see, we do have a water platform. This jump is going to be ridiculous due to the fact that it's in the water, and I do have the Airborne skill, as you guys will see in the clip following. Alright guys, as you see, we have a north plane path. We can probably jump this around right now, honestly. Let's jump this 2200 meters. We do have a good angle so far, as you can see right there. We do have this hill, my marker. We have to kind of avoid these hills right here. So what we are going to do to avoid these hills is that we are going to push a little bit to the right, and we are going to push back to the left. So now that we avoid those hills, we should be able to make this platform perfectly. And like that, that is a 2300 meter jump. Looks like my partner actually made it before me, so I'm kind of sad now. Alright, as you guys saw with that Airborne clip, I had to avoid many hills, and because I avoided those hills, the jump got messed up a little bit, around 2300 meters. So the max jump for the Airborne is estimated around 25 to 2600 meters with no hills in the way and at sea level. Now that you guys have seen the sideways jump done, now we'll start to practice it and show you guys ways to practice it and more ways you guys can use it within your gameplay to make you more effective in this game. Alright guys, the many ways that we can jump or practice our jumping with the sideways jump is jumping off of buildings. As you can see right here, my partner will straight jump in the direction, and we will see how far she can jump with the straight jump. Go. Alright, now I will jump with the sideways jump in comparison. Alright, just put it in mind that she is using Airborne as well. And now I'm going to side jump this.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
As you can see, I got a lot further than she did with the side jump. And now put it in your mind that look at this distance, right? Imagine if you were jumping off of hills. This is just off of a building, and this distance that I've made with the sideways jump. Another way we can start practicing our sideways jump is with the Airborne. So I am the Airborne perk, or I am the Airborne skill. So with the perk that I do have, I can jump a lot further, and because I can jump a lot further, I can start practicing a lot more in the sky. So now we're getting the Airborne, and I'm going to sideways jump, and just practice my sideways jumping with the eye, holding my angle, and just making sure that I am positioning myself to where I want to go. And this is one of the many ways you guys can practice your sideways jumping just off of the Airborne. Alright guys, now that you guys know the basics and the in-depth views of the sideways jump, start practicing it and making sure that you guys do start to master and understand the sideways jump and put it into your aspect of your game. At the end of the day, the sideways jump does help increase how far you fly and how first you get there. Alright, let's get a last look at the sideways jump just so you guys can see how it is done perfectly at this platform over by Kill House. Note that I am using the Airborne class this match. As you can see, my angle is perfect, my joystick is placement perfectly. As you can see, I am angled perfectly with the platform as well, and I do have someone contesting me as well. They are above me, but I did jump first, and now we are going to land there first. Another thing I'd like to add is that once you do start getting close to the platform, make sure you start to change your angle into a straight jump. Once you change it to a straight jump and go directly diving straight down, as like this, like this, you will get there first, and make sure that your parachute does pull out the fastest. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for checking out this new video. Make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe for more pro player tips and tricks just like this. I do have a lot more tips and tricks to show you guys, so make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel. As you will see, I'm going to get here first. That's just that simple. My angle is perfect, my eyeball is perfect. I don't see any contests so far, so it looks like we are good to go on platform. And just like that, this is how you sideways jump like a pro player.